Alright. I got a strong feeling my move is going to be pretty straightforward. Ooh. Use a card I was looking forward to using. I'm going to pay 2 for the Prodigal Sorcerer by, of course, giving control of him to you. Thank you. He has a really weird ability for a blue creature. He has tap to deal 1 damage to target creature or player.
Yep.
And I will swing into you for 5.
Yep.
Turn is yours.
Alright. Do I happen to have one? I do. Okay. So, I'm going to spend 5? Yes, 5 mana. In order to flash back a Firebolt onto your Warden of Evil Isle.
Okay, this is going to be interesting because I have a certain counterspell in my hand called the Memory Lapse.
Alright.
It counters the spell. However, because it was countered this way, instead of getting exiled, as would happen to a flashback card, it goes back on top of your deck.
Alright. To top of the library. Okay, and with that, I will end.
Fuck. All right, it's okay, Gerda. I think I can wrap this game up now. Save you the pain. But not by summoning him though. I'm gonna pay 3 in order to carbonize you directly.
All right.
Fuck! I still can't clinch it. I'm short by 1. That sucks. I'm gonna enter my attack step and swing to you for 6.
Okay, bringing me down to 1.
Second game in a row, I couldn't clinch it when my opponent had only 1 life point
Don't
left.
worry, I don't have Simoon.
Embarrassing. Someone.
Alright, there's Firebolt. Gonna go for a Faithless Looting.
Nice.
Shit. Alright, discarding a Firebolt and an Island. And I will cast Firebolt on your Carnivore.
Okay. Alright, you hit the Carnivore. Carnivore is destroyed.
Unfortunately, Faithless Looting ended up not helping me out nearly as much as I wanted it to, nor did Sneak Attack. Alright, I will end.
It seems to me that the combination of factors has effectively depleted your hand.
Yeah.
Well, and coupled with the fact that you started with 6 makes this a pretty tough match.
I didn't really have a choice, though,
I'm going to tap the Prodigal Sorcerer to deal 1 damage to you directly.
Yep. Alright. Good game, Cloud.
Good game, Gerda.
So, before
I knew...
Before we end off and give final thoughts, mind if I actually show you what the game plan actually was?
Well, I mean, did it have anything to do with sneak attacking stupidly powerful black creatures onto the battlefield, Mr. What's fuck? The name escapes me right now. The name for red and blue.
Is it?
Is it? Mr.
Well,
Is it?
actually, no. The plan, if you will allow me to show this off, was to use sneak attack with. Where are you? Come on. Karmic Guide.
Karmic Guide. Flying, protection from black. When it enters the battlefield, return target creature card from your grave. Okay. So because sneak attack makes you sacrifice creatures, this would allow you to get them back.
Not only would it allow me to get them back, but anything that I got back with Karmic Guide isn't affected by sneak attack. And a majority of my creatures, like Duplicant, Phyrexian Ingester, and Necrotal, happen to have Enter the Play abilities.
Yep. And that's what I realized was so brilliant about sneak attack is because it still moves the creature from your hand from somewhere onto the battlefield, and all it has to do is ETB to get the effects off. So, well, you took it a step further and added Duplicant and the Phyrexian Gesture. I also ran double Phyrexian Gestures because I noticed that combo as well. It's what you
Yeah.
do.
I'm running Viscera the Dreadful, which I actually got to show off. But the thing is, I'm only running 2 Karmic Guide, and I probably should have cashed in more on that. But I wanted to actually show off the stuff, and then nothing actually happened. The big combo that I wanted to show off, though, was Isochron Scepter with Force of Will. This is just a stupidly powerful combo.
Wait a minute, you can't combo the Scepter with Force of Will because it has to be converted mana cost
No,
2
it
or
doesn't.
less.
It does have to be 2 or less. Fuck, I didn't realize that. All right, so yeah, I'm an idiot. I didn't do the research for that.
I hope you learned something.
I was originally using Isochron Scepter with Memory Lapse because Memory Lapse is super powerful.
It is pretty powerful.
The other major creature I wanted to use with Sneak Attack was Havoc Demon, because if I bring out Havoc Demon and you've got no flyers, I can swing at you using Havoc Demon and Sneak Attack, then he dies and blows everything up. It's very nice.
Yes, I agree.
Mind you, you had a bunch of flyers this game, so that wouldn't have helped me out that would not have helped me out that much. Hey! I mean, we didn't technically ban Jace, but come on.
Jace the Mind Sculptor. Jace the fuck you. Jace the ever-present I'm so Mr. Awesome.
Yeah. This is the famous Jace that was banned like forever, and I've never understood why he got banned. Mostly because I've never actually seen the blue has got enough of a protective control presence to actually get him to his ult. But it's not really from this set that he gets that kind of power. It's from all the sets in Modern, specifically like Fog Bank and mostly creatures that are either have huge amounts of defense or are indestructible to protect Jace, and then and then get his ultimate out.
It looks to me, what strikes me actually is his -1. So you pay 4 to get this guy out, and you can take out any non-hexproof creature.
Yep. Although honestly, his -1's not the reason he got banned. He got banned because of his 0 and his ult.
His 0, yeah, giving you a lot of hand control.
Yep.
Excuse me. I wanted to draw attention to a couple stinkers in this set, and Gridette, I was talking to you about this because I realized that, goddammit, we might have a bit of a derp match. Lower on the tier is the Dualcaster Mage. This fucking guy right here is so expensive that me and my buddy were looking at it because he was working on an Is It Wizards and said, well, get the Dualcaster Mage. He's a human wizard. He clearly has effects that are conducive to instant and sorcery cards, as is one for wizards to do, but he's dumb expensive. He goes for like 15 to 20 bucks a piece at least. He's cheap. He lets you target spells, and he has flash. Stupid. Even dumber, though, is a card that apparently is still banned, Sensei's Divining Top.
Jace the Mind Sculptor
this
is
fucking
still
thing
banned
right
too.
here.
I'm not entirely sure.
So, probably because Jace lets you control your top deck. This Sensei's Divining Top not only lets you control your top deck, but because of the finer details of how Magic renders the resolution of the stack, I'll explain what I mean. So let's look at the top 3 cards in my library. That's the first ability of Sensei's Divine Top. What are the top 3 cards in my library? Oh, look, it's a Desperate Ravings. It's an instant card. So I'm going to put that on top of my library because that's what Sensei's Divining Top lets you do. And then as soon as that resolves, I'm going to tap the top, move Desperate Ravings into my hand, put the top on top of my library, and because Desperate Ravings has instant speed, I can cast it immediately during the same stack.
You got a chance
dumb
of discarding
as
your
hell.
Sensei's Divining Top at that point, so.
Right, you have to chump the top in order to make it work. But the point is, if you're running a deck like I sort of tried to do. I did it a lot more various than just blue says no. If this was a blue says no situation, I would probably have a shitload of low-cost instant blue cards that say counter target spell, so all I have to do is have the top on the battlefield, and I can answer pretty much anything my opponent tries to do.
I've never actually seen blue says no work.
And that's why Divine Top is stupid.
I know it's an actual deck archetype, and people always complain about blue says no, but I've never actually seen it in action. So I've seen red deck wins a lot, but you know,
the only
blue
reason
says
why
no is not something I've ever actually seen.
So my buddy, with whom I was learning this horseshit with Sensei's Divine Top, only ended up losing that game because I was hitting him with a land ability, not casting spells. Because the problem with blue says no is that a preoccupation with instant cards tends to deplete your creature count on the board.
It's why blue says no is kind of dependent on Fog Bank. But yeah, honestly, Eternal Masters as a complete set, despite the fact that we only showed off 2 of the fucking colors, it's actually really cool. There are a lot of really powerful and really interesting cards to use in here, and I mean, a majority of these are not modern legal. Specifically, Sneak Attack is not modern legal. And again, since it's Divining Top and Jace the Mind Sculptor, I'm not sure if Mind Sculptor got unbanned yet. He may have. I'd have to go check, and I don't know where to go check. But Sensei's I know is still banned, and Sneak Attack isn't banned. It's just too old of a card to actually see play in Modern. And the Master sets do not actually refresh the cards for Modern, which is technically a good thing, but how did you like exploring through this set?
Came from a much simpler time. Well, it was, I must agree that it is unfortunate that you and I happen to choose the same colors, and I think, you know, like in our previous little surprises like this, it altogether confirms that we probably hit the main, you know, winning combination, because we both seem to think it was pretty good. I did enjoy going over a wide variety of really powerful cards through Magic's history, and it just goes to show that all you got to do is just give it a modern-looking art, and it could have looked shitty when it came out. It looks outright stupid when it emerges on the modern scene. And Rorik's Bladewing. All hail the Bladewing.
He's cool and all, but for six, he's actually a little underpowered.
A flying 6 with haste is pretty.
It's evil, sure, but it's not actually all that powerful.
Yeah, he kind of costs it. For a legendary creature, he costs too much.
He should probably be like 2/3 red or 3/2 red. I don't know. I'm not actually all that good at create a magic card. But yeah, this has been our set exploration. I actually really like a majority of this set. One of the big reasons why I wanted to do this was to show off how busted Sneak Attack was, and that didn't get to happen, sadly. But you know, Sneak Attack is amazing, and it's too old to see play in Modern.
You kind of.
I tend to go through. I tend to go through a lot of the cheat out creatures stuff a lot, like Quicksilver Amulet. I fucking love Quicksilver Amulet. But yeah, this has been us exploring, kind of exploring Eternal Masters. Cloud's the one that gets to pick out the next set, and he doesn't know what he wants to do yet because, you know, he has to spend some time doing research on it. Also, for those of you that care, the Ravnica Allegiance set spoilers have started up over on Mythic Spoiler. There's a really cool Azorius card that's there that apparently doesn't counter Storm. I'm not confused how that does not counter Storm, but that is something I can talk with Cloud later. Any other final thoughts, Mr. Cloud?
I gotta pee.
Then. And with that, we end off our Eternal Masters exploration. It's a good set. It's got some really cool stuff in it, but, you know, we both went is it for some reason. Okay, guys, be safe.